Hello there guys, welcome back to Shadowrun Dragonfall. We are here in our base, our secret base, heading out into the streets to do some shit. Specifically, we need to meet with Frau Müller and meet with Dr. Escobar. I kind of want to go see Escobar first, just to see what he's got for us before we dive straight into Frau Müller. So let's go see. He should be at the clinic, you know, all things being well. That's where I would expect to find him. So let's go see. I can't get through that way. Damn. Okay, we'll have to kill around. That's fine. It's a pity we can't, like, make him sprint, which would be nice. The triage cyber clinic. Get rid of that. We could also maybe upgrade our body while we're here. That could be something we could try. Welcome back. What can I do for you, my friend? I got your message. Business. I have a job for you. I'm always interested in about new business opportunities. Good. So let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? Back before I emigrated here from my native Spain. Ah, it's from Spain. I guess sort of Spanish. I worked in partnership with a Berlin-based R&D lab. The biotech that they were developing was very hush-hush, very cutting-edge. Our arrangement was that I would bankroll their research and that they in turn would provide me with unique merchandise to sell in my clinics. Okay, go on. About 2 years ago, things went sour. My name was slandered, and the fickle mistress that is public perception turned against me. An ugly business, I assure you. Even talking about my fall from grace makes my stomach turn. The injustice of it is all too much to bear. Oh, boo fucking who, Escobar? You're a bit of an arsehole, so yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. We're going to sass this guy. I came here to Berlin to escape all of that, but I also came here to be closer to the lab that I'd funded and the merchandise that I am owed. You want your merchandise? Yes, and to find out what happened to the lab itself. The facility is locked down, you see, nearly impenetrable, and I have no idea why. As I was packing to move to Berlin, all was well. 16 hours later, I arrived to discover the building locked tight with my merchandise inside. The Turk Altug has been running surveillance on the site since I set up shop here. In that time, no one has entered and no one has left. Whatever went wrong in there, it must have killed the research team. I wait to find a way into the building, recover the cybertech that they were developing, and find out what happened to the researchers in that order. Okay. Okay, couple of good options here. Maybe it will let us ask them more, but to start with, I'm surprised that the lot is sitting has been gobbled up by some core or another. Don't be. Back when I was a wealthy man before my legal troubles, I paid the lease for a decade in advance. And before you say anything, yes, it was a huge expense, but what's locked away inside that lab is worth 10 times what I've spent on it. I don't want anyone laying claim to it but me. Okay, why not Monica? Who says that I didn't? Oh, I had a, let's just say, tumultuous friendship with your dear departed Monica. Probably because she was a good fucking person, Escobar. We had our ups and downs, you see, and on this subject she was most certainly down. That was her choice, so I'm hoping they'll be savvy enough not to make the same mistake. Alright, what's in it for us? I can offer you 2,000 new yen, plus first crack at whatever biotech you recover from the site. I will, of course, have to charge you for anything that you want to have installed, but I can provide it to you at a discount. Okay. This is top of the line wear that we're talking about, mind you, better than anything else that I've got in stock, and because it's biotech, the essence loss from implanting it will be minimal. It's a good deal, win-win for you, really. It sounds pretty sus, mate, but I'm in if I get some sweet-ass mods, so we'll take it. Excellent. The facility you're looking for is the former laboratory of Sutherland Bioscience. Take the U-Bahns to the Adenoplatz, and you're sure to find it. Best of luck. Okay. Okay, so we have some missions to do. Do we want to do that now? I feel like I do. I feel like optional missions are priority missions in, like, pretty much all games. The main quest can always wait. Frau Müller's not going anywhere. She can sit there for a few hours while I go raid some fucking lab or something. Yeah, it sounds like a sweet plan. I'm up for it. Let's go to the U-Bahn station. Ah, now. Will it give me the option of where to go, or will it automatically take me to Dragonkeeper? That is the question. What about the other U-Bahn station? That is also yellow. Fine. So either U-Bahn station will do, I guess. Let's see if it lets me pick. to go to... It looks like it will look. You should meet with Frau Müller before leaving the cruise bazaar. Okay, so we're going to have to talk to her anyway, and then I guess we get a choice of missions? Okay, over to Frau Müller, who should be at Altug's place. I believe that's where we arranged to meet her. I'm just going to take a quick drink. I've got a really raw throat at the moment, so I do hope I'm not getting ill, because that makes doing this a little bit tricky. Cafe Ketsver? Oops, I don't know. I'm guessing it's Turkish, and I don't really know much about Turkish. Should we talk to the dudes? Luca Dua? Anything to tell me, Luca? Wow, he looks like a fucking slick dude. So you're slick, eh? The late Monica Schaefer's replacement. He looks you up and down and then nods. Good, you look the part. Let me get right to business. My organisation would like to retain your services for the indefinite future. But first we're asking you to go on a trial run, an audition of sorts to prove that you're the right man for the job. Assuming that you complete this trial to our satisfaction, I will then offer you a variety of simple tasks. All of these should be achievable in the course of your everyday business. You won't need to go out of your way or expose yourself to much unnecessary risk. For each task that you complete, you'll be rewarded handsomely, and there will be a bonus if you finish them all. So, if I piqued your interest, will you accept our offer? Who do you work for? My organisation knows everything worth knowing in Germany, including this small pond that is Berlin. It is in our best interest, however, to remain unknown to the world at large. For the time being, that is all you need to know. How much? I can offer you 1,500 new yen, but only if you complete the full audition, the run and post-run interview to our satisfaction. If you fail to perform up to our expectations, you will receive no pay and no further offers of work. Fine. Very good. Assuming that your performance in the audition passes muster, I can foresee a long and fruitful business relationship between us. Okay, I'll do it. Good, he smiles. Very good. Now on to the task at hand. There's a man named Aylshire. It's a weird name. Aylshire or Alyshire? Let's call him Alyshire, that sounds a bit better. There is a man named Alyshire. He's a senior manager at Hermes Eurocom and a respected figure in his community. My organisation also suspects him of working with pro-corporate extremists. These people are actively working to undermine the Flux state and pave the way for a corporate-controlled Berlin. My organisation has no more desire to see Berlin fall to the corporations than you do. However, we are hesitant to act on our suspicions without proof. This is where you come in. Keep talking. You'll meet with the team that I've arranged for you. Whoa! You'll meet with the team that I've arranged for you, and with their assistance, you'll plant surveillance devices in his apartment. Take the U-Bahn to Frankfurt Tor and go alone. The rest of your team will meet you there. Hang on, I already have a team, boyo. You do, yes, but they are unsuitable for this job. Remember, this is a test of your abilities, not Iger's or Glory's or Dietrich's. What about Blitz? How do you know who they are? The same way that I knew yours. You will complete this trial with the team that I have assembled or not at all. It is important for us to know that you're willing to work within these limitations. It's all very fucking sus, isn't it, mate? Jeez. So will you work within the boundaries that I've described, or will you turn down an opportunity that your fellow runners would kill for? It does sound very fucking sketchy, mate. However, I'm a pretty nosy bastard, so we're in. Very good. The moment that you board the train to Frankfurt to Tor, your test will begin. I would advise you to bring what you need in terms of medical supplies and ordnance. Once you embark on your trial run, there will be no turning back. After you have planted the devices and verified that they work, come back to me. There will be a brief interview, a post-mortem on the run if you like, and assuming that I'm satisfied with what I hear, I will pay you your first stipend. Then we will discuss our future options. Best of luck, Slick. We'll be watching. Sounds like it's going to go tits up, and it's going to be like, why do you think it went tits up? It sounds like it's going to be one of those things where it's like, I don't know if you guys, I assume some of you work, some of you might be in school, but if you work, if you ever have, like, yearly appraisals, what a bitch those are, and it sounds very much like it's going to be that sort of situation, you know, with the, what do you think you could have done better, and what's your biggest weakness? What skills do you think that you could improve next year? Blah, 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 blah. Altug Buragadzi, if that is your real name. The Turk flashes his wry smile and winks at you knowingly. I can't remember what the fuck voice this guy had. I am told that you've been busy of late, a wanderer of the shadows. My street rats tell me that this business is picking up. Is that the man who has taken over for Monica Burragazzi? Who does it look like? Your rotundity, the Pope from the Vatican? Give him a soy calf, a big one, and put it on my account. I like the cut of his jib. A large soy calf? My, you are the generous one. Goldschmidt, are you sure you can afford such a gesture? The fat man frowns. And a scone. I was going to say, and a scone as well. Nothing is too good for him. As you desire, O ample one, the Turk whispers. The man is a moron, but he eats his weight in baklava and pastries, so who am I to care? Now, what is it that you would like? Tea, Earl Grey, hot. Oh, did your people have a look into that surveillance device on the data tap? The Turk beams at you. Indeed they did, honoured Effendim. Indeed they did, and it was most fortunate that you discovered it. It seems there was a group that wished to destabilise the Cruise Bazaar, to create a vacuum that they could fill with their political ambitions. And now they can't? More like, they won't. Oh, I like the cut of your jib, I'll tug. We traced the signal to its source. The issue has been resolved. Thank you for your help, Effendim. The Cruise Bazaar owes you. I hadn't finished, Altug, actually, mate. Oh! I recently procured a bottle of 50-year-old Islay Scotch. Would you perhaps be interested in acquiring it from me? Islay, you say? Might I examine the merchandise? He takes the bottle and his smile fades for a moment as he becomes all business, examining it with a critical eye. Then, as quick as it faded, the huge smile is back. Quite a little treasure you have found. I'm sorely tempted to ask from where in hopes of procuring more, you see. But no, it would not be polite. I would perhaps value the bottle at 400 new yen. It is one of a kind, Altug, you know. I'm sorry to press you, mates rates and all that, but it is literally the only bottle you're going to get your hands on. Come on. Thank you, my friend. I have a buy already in mind for this little gem, or perhaps I shall keep it myself. It is good to always have something special on hand for a celebration. I agree, Altug. I say keep it, mate. Fucking treat yourself. Okay. That's okay. I'll leave it there, Altug. Thanks. Pleasure, as always. Right then, Frau Müller. As you press your way forward through the cosy, smokeful confines of Café Ketzver, you catch sight of Frau Müller. I'm just going to pronounce that differently every single time until someone tells me how to pronounce it. Oh, I was expecting like a really old woman when it was like Frau Müller, but I guess is Frau German for Miss? I guess maybe it is like Madame in French. No, Madame would not be the equivalent. Mademoiselle. Frau Müller. She appears as Amsel described her, an impressive-looking woman of Aztlana descent with coffee-coloured skin and dark wavy hair. Everything about her screams corporate executive. Ugh. God, I hate corporate executives so fucking much. From her expensive-looking suit to her tastefully understated makeup. Oh, she sounds like a horrible woman. She's obviously nervous, but she's hiding it well. She locks eyes with you and hesitates only slightly before speaking. Slick, I presume? Herr Amsel told me that I could meet you here. He wasn't lying. He said that you had a job for me. She holds her silence for a moment, then nods. Yes, I do. In truth, I am in desperate need of your help. And please tell me what you need, Frau Müller, if that is your real name, Bart Simpson. She offers you a small smile. An assumed name, obviously, but I've been told that is how you people do business. Well, I guess, to be fair, I am called Slick, so... Okay, we'll let you off. She straightens in her seat and tries on a smile. It hangs there for a second, then fades away. She sighs. From my accent, you've no doubt inferred that I'm an Aztlana. God, why? That is so hard to say. Is that a real place? I'm going to Google that shit later. I could ask a certain digital assistant, but I'm not gonna because I don't know whether the mic will pick her up or not. Further, you may have guessed who I work for. Ah, did we take corporate at our last level up? Was that the thing? If it is, then that was fucking well timed. As technology, I'd assume. She nods. I've been working with the company for over a decade. In that time, I've worked on all manner of projects, from the innocuous to the obscene. My hands have touched it all. Never once did I question the wisdom of our research. Never once did I consider blowing the whistle on my employers. I kept my nose down, worked hard, and excelled at the tasks set before me. You must be a regular old fucking party animal. No more than any other employee, but my commitment and work ethic were recognised, and I ascended the corporate ladder fairly quickly, which brings me to where I am today. Last month I was transferred here from my home in Tenochtitlan. Oh, I wonder if Atzlana is like somewhere like where the Aztecs might have come from. Tenochtitlan, which it probably isn't quite pronounced like that, but I think that's pretty close. They told me that an employee of my caliber was needed in Berlin and that I would be working on a project with wide-reaching applications. The only other detail that I was given was the name of the project, Bloodline. Catchy! She looked you in the eye for the first time. You can see the cracks in her composure. She's doing a great job of hiding it, but deep down this woman is terrified. Oh man, I've seen many terrible things in my life, Slick. In Tenochtitlan, blood magic is commonplace. Take a moment to imagine what that means. In the underground markets, people are bought and sold as chattel. Street children are rounded up and bled like lambs. I witnessed all of these things by the age of 12. She takes a deep breath and lets it out slowly. Seeing such things, it changes you, makes you numb. But what I found when I arrived here was worse. This project, it horrifies me, Slick, and it must be stopped. Okay. I'm strangely in. I'm just wondering what the corporate angle is on this right now. Morally, I'm sort of okay, but we'll see. She shakes her head. The less that you know, the better, for both of us. You'll just have to trust me on that. I don't know. I like knowing shit, you know. I am a Shadowrunner. I can probably handle it. You only need to know that it is evil, and that it is not a word I use lightly. Ooh, these are all quite good. I do sort of want the full details. Of course not. Your job will be relatively simple. I want you to bring the building down. The computers, the research data, the mages and scientists that are working to bring about this abomination. I want all of them burnt to ash and buried in rubble. No compromises and no exceptions. Her tone softens. I'm sure that you have unanswered questions. I'm not in the habit of dealing with Shadowrunners. In truth, I've spent the majority of my career living in fear of you people, but I do know that you're the only ones who can get this done. So tell me, Slick, is there anything more that you need to hear from me? Are you ready to make a decision? I could do it a little bit, just a teensy bit. Why couldn't you deal through Amsel? I had to meet you in person, to look into your eyes and see the man behind the name. And now that I've done so, I am sure you are the one that I need. Naturally, I will send any further information about the job to Herr Amsel, provided, of course, that you accept. Are there any innocents on site? None of us are innocent, Slick. Come on, I mean, you know what I mean. But if you need to salve your conscience, rest assured that as they have your approach, the only person authorised to be on site will be security and senior members of the research team. Fair enough. And I assure you, neither are innocent in this matter. If the Bloodline project reaches completion, nobody will be safe ever again. What I basically meant was, are there any civilians? Which she said no, so fine. It sounds like hyperbole, I know, but it isn't. The Bloodline project will lead to countless deaths. I'm certain enough of this to hire you, despite the fact that doing so will probably cost me my own life. Fair enough. I don't do demolitions. You don't need to be. All that you'll need is a competent decker. Sweet, got one. The facility is powered by a number of on-site generators. There are safeguards in place to prevent them from overloading. In the event of a power spike, the system is designed to shut itself down. But I know how you can disable those safeguards. So we just overload the power. Sweet. Once the generators begin to overload, you'll have a limited time to reach a safe distance. The explosion will be quite catastrophic. Give me the security deets. Expect it to be tight. In addition to their standard security team, As Technology has taken out a knight-errant high-threat response team contract to protect the building. Corporate doesn't seem to mind contracting a competitor for emergency response services. That should give you some indication as to the uniqueness of this project. I thought she works for As Technology. Is this like a inside thing? What? At any rate, I believe that I come up with a solution to the knight errant problem. I'll discuss the matter with you... With your... Oh, I see. I'll discuss the matter with your Herr Amsel if you decide to take the job. And the big old question, how much is it? Whoa. It's better than fair. I've done my homework, Slick. 36,000 new yen, it's so suspicious. You're really suspicious, Frau Müller. I don't like it. I don't fucking like it at all. I reckon this is dodgy as fuck. I reckon this is dodgier than Matey Boy over here. He's only offered me $1,500, and his is already pretty fucking dodge. But then again, I suppose we're dodgy guys in a dodgy world. Shadowrun is a very dodgy place. I've reached a decision. Oh, I'll do it. Her face visibly brightens. If that's the case, it's a deal. I can't tell you how relieved I am, Slick. Thank you for helping me to bring this nightmare to an end. I will iron out the remaining details with your Herr Amsel. He'll want to talk this over with you anyway, I'm sure. You're a good man, Slick. You're saving more lives than you know. Am I, though? Am I really? Oh, no. I don't know. It's a bit sus. Every fucking job I get, I'm a bit suspicious of now. I'm just like, you know, nothing is... Well, also, just in life in general, I subscribe to the philosophy that if it's too good to be true, it isn't. You know, it's like... Always be very fucking suspicious of anything good. There's, you know, someone offers you 36,000 new yen. Yeah, not buying it. Not buying it at all. Let's go back and see what Amsel says. We'll go back and see what Amsel says, and then I'm going to have to call it there. End of the episode, because my food will be ready soon. I've got chicken and chips on the go, and I'm fucking starving. I cannot wait for that delicious chicken. Paul Amsel, what you got for me? Welcome back, Slick. How did the meeting with Frau Müller go? I keep saying Frau, but it's Frau, isn't it? Frau Müller. Accepted the job. Any ideas on how to tackle this? Yes, a few. Frau Müller has provided us with detailed information on the facility. I've vetted the information and it seems to hold up. Okay. Based on this intel, I have formulated what I believe will be an effective strategy to bring down the building. According to Müller's intel, the facility is extraordinarily well guarded. Whatever this bloodline project is, the Azis have spared no expense to defend it. And this is the other thing, sort of based on the fact that it is called Project Bloodline. It's probably either really bad or really good. You know what I mean? It's either like genetic human weaponry, or like stem cell research. You know what I mean? Okay. The facility is patrolled by Az Technology's internal security personnel. On their own, they would pose a challenge, but I don't doubt that you could brute force your way through them. Unfortunately, they will not be on their own. Az Technology has purchased one of Knight Errant's more expensive security contracts as an additional line of defense. Kicking in the front door is out then. I should say so. I've pulled some strings with an old contact of mine who's provided me with the address of a small software developer, OTK International. They write the firmware updates for Knight Errant's comm systems, and their defences should be considerably weaker than Az Technology's. My contact has informed me that OTK stores an off-site hard copy of every firmware update it develops for data security purposes. Man, there's some big sentences. My suggestion is this. Hit the offices of OTK International and reduce their computers to slag. In the interim, I will have the hard copy of their next update replaced with a compromised version. When OTK's next update goes live, our compromised version will be pushed out to Knight Errant. When you hit the Az Technology facility, I'll be able to trace Knight Errant via their comlinks. This should make the run much more manageable. He fishes in his pocket for something. A moment later, he produces a corporate ID with your face on it. This will get you through the front door of the office park that contains OTK International. My contact was only able to provide me with the one card, so you'll need to let the rest of your team in through a side door. Okay. Sounds like a plan. Very good. OTK's offices aren't far from here. You should take the U-Bahn there when you're ready. That's not going to be today, unfortunately, Paul. That looks like everything is done that needs to be done. We now have like a million fucking missions. It's starting to get a little bit Warcrafty up in this bitch. We now have... Take the U-Bahn to OTK, take the U-Bahn to Drogenkeeper, take the U-Bahn to Frankfurter Tor, take the U-Bahn to Adenauerplatz. I take it that's to do the mission directly. Or was Frankfurter Tor directly? I can't even fucking remember. Shit. Which of those was Esquibel's? Man, I wish I could get like a quick update on that. I can probably check it from the computer. Anyway, never mind. I'll check it in the edit and make a little note. Cool. Right, that's it then, guys. I'm going to leave it there for now, and then next time we'll do some missions. I'm going to save it here, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.